So NVIDIA will report earnings today, the 22nd May, and I would like to give my opinion about it if I would invest or if I would not invest in NVIDIA right now. So if we look at the performance of NVIDIA, it's one of the best performance in the stock market. It nearly made 20% in this month, and if we look 6 months, it's close to 100%, and 5 years, it's even greater. It's over 2,500%. So this is an incredible performance. So the question is, can they keep going, or is this already the limit for NVIDIA? First, I would like to talk about the pros of investing in NVIDIA. So they have the strong market position. They are the industry leader. As we can see here, they have the biggest market share in the AI market for data center GPUs. And they also are the market leader in video card. So they're very dominant. The next thing is NVIDIA is known for innovative technology and innovation. So they will keep going and pushing the boundaries in AI and graphics processing. So we can expect a lot in the future about their technology. The next great thing about NVIDIA is that they are in the growing industry. So we can expect artificial intelligence will grow, and it means that there is an opportunity for NVIDIA to earn more money in the future. The next positive about NVIDIA is they have a diversified product portfolio. They are dominating the gaming GPU market with its G4 series. They have a significant growth in the data center market, with GPUs being important for AI. And they expanding the presence in the autonomous vehicle technology. So this is their market share. The biggest market share is in the data centers, but it's still diversified and we can expect it to grow in the future. Let's talk about the cons of investing in NVIDIA stock. So they have valuation concerns. NVIDIA often trades at a high price to earnings ratio, which might indicate that the stock is overvalued. So right now it trades at 78.66. This is quite high. But if we look like the forward PE ratio, it would be lower because NVIDIA is expecting to earn more in the future. So it could be reasonable in the future. So because NVIDIA has a very high valuation, they also have very high expectations for their earnings call. So as you can see in the past, they always fulfill their expectations. So they even had better earnings than expected. So I believe these earnings, they will also make higher earnings than expected from them. But still, it's important to know that even they beating the earnings, so they have higher earnings than expected, it doesn't necessarily mean the stock will go up, because the market can already expect that they will beat the earnings. So it's also about how the company will say they will earn in the future. This is like the outlook of the company is very important for this earnings call. The next con for NVIDIA would be the competition. So obviously they have AMD and Intel as a competition. So they will try to take market share from NVIDIA, but I don't see this necessary as the biggest concern. For me, it would be the concern that big companies like Microsoft will make their own chips, and this would be the bigger concern for me. Maybe Amazon and Google will follow with this, so this would cost them the profit. So the next con of investing in NVIDIA would be regulatory risk, because NVIDIA is such a dominant player in the industry and they are one of the biggest companies in the world. This means that there will always be regulatory risk. They already tried to buy this company ARM and they got stopped by the government. So this will continue to be a problem. The next con would be export controls. So the restriction on the export of technology to certain countries can impact the sales of NVIDIA. We already have the US ban prevented both NVIDIA and AMD from selling their most powerful AI chips to China. So this is definitely affecting their sales. So it's definitely a negative thing. So my conclusion would be NVIDIA is in a very high growing market, and it will become more important in the future because we need artificial intelligence, and this is a good thing. But my concern is the high valuation of NVIDIA. Right now, it has a lot of hype, and there will be more competition in the future. And I also believe the big companies like Google, like Microsoft and Amazon, they will produce their own chips in the future. This is what I believe, that because they don't want to be depending on other companies too much. So I see this as a problem, but still they are in the growing market and they are very dominant. So I see there is potential. For me, the valuation is a little bit too high. This doesn't mean that the stock will not continue to rise. So they can still continue to go up in stock price. And I believe this earning could be very well. So the earnings could turn out well and the stock will increase. But I would expect that small arrow can already make the stock price drop very, very much. So they need to be perfect with the earnings and they need to have a good outlook. So if they have their bad outlook, this can already make the stock price go down a lot. For me, I believe they will have a good earnings. Maybe the outlook is the very important part. So this is what I'm not sure. Maybe they will have a bad outlook. But what I believe is they probably will increase in stock price, but then maybe after one day they will fall down in stock price because a lot of people will probably take profits because the stock is already so much up in this last year. So I believe many people will take profits